Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
I was walking by, and a guy came up and looked like a gun. I couldn't tell what it was, but I heard it afterwards, the shots, and he shot this young couple. He ran inside and yelled something. I couldn't make it out what he said. He just ran up. It was terrible. I don't know what. It was terrible.
We believe the shooting was committed by a single suspect who is now in custody. Prior to the shooting, the suspect was observed pacing back and forth outside of the museum. He approached a group of 4 people, produced a handgun, and opened fire, striking both of our decedents. After the shooting, the suspect then entered the museum and was detained by event security. Once in handcuffs, the suspect identified where he discarded the weapon, and that weapon has been recovered, and he implied that he committed the offense. The suspect chanted, "Free, free Palestine," while in custody.
Outside! No. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
The suspect has been tentatively identified as 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez of Chicago, Illinois.
Because of the day that comes to spoil all the Philistines, to cut off from Tyrus and Sidon every Jesus Christ is the King of the Jews, let us not forget. He's pro his people. Even if they have
Hello everyone. Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar will give a Hebrew statement followed by an English one.
Yaron Lishinsky and Sarah Lynn Millicom, 2 young representatives of the State of Israel, were murdered a few hours ago in an horrific terrorist attack in Washington. My condolences go to their families and to the staff of the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. I have been worried for the past few months that something like this would happen. And it did. And the list of fallen Foreign Service members has grown today.
כוללת גם דוברים רשמיים של מדינות רבות ושל ארגונים בינלאומיים.
This is the direct result of toxic, anti-Semitic incitement against Israel and Jews around the world that has been going on since the October 7th massacre. Recently, we have witnessed an unprecedented wave of terror attacks and attempts against Israeli missions around the world, with an emphasis on Europe.
And then they dwell therein. Then the men shall cry, and all the inhabitants of the land shall howl at the noise of the stamping of the hooves.
There is a direct line connecting anti-Semitic and anti-Israeli incitement to this murder. This incitement is also done by leaders and officials of many countries and international organizations, especially from Europe. The words are the modern blood libels. These libels about genocide, crimes against humanity, and murdering babies paved the way exactly for such murders. This is what happens when leaders in the world surrender to the Palestinian terrorist propaganda and serve it. The statements and attacks blame Israel instead of Hamas. Hamas started the war on October 7th, is solely responsible for the war's continuation, and is solely responsible for the suffering of Israelis and Palestinians alike. I say today to these leaders and officials, stop your incitement against Israel. Stop your false accusations. Strengthen Israel in its historic battle against excess of evil in the Middle East.
It's really sad. I think it proves that anti-Semitism and anti-Israeli, it's basically the same. They didn't choose the Israeli embassy. It's a Jewish museum, which means the hatred from Jews and the hatred from to Israel both aligned, and it's sad when we should fight it.
So we woke up and saw this terrible news, and we understand that the Jews all over the world need to protect themselves, and now we understand that the war in Israel is important not only for us, as Hamas did in October 7, they tried to do it all over the world. And it's really terrible news, and we hope that Trump will continue to help us and to protect us all, especially in the States, and we want to be sure that we can go all over the world with confidence.
The couple that was gunned down tonight in the name of Free Palestine. It's a young couple about to be engaged. The young man purchased a ring this week with the intention of proposing to his girlfriend next week in Jerusalem. They were a beautiful couple who came to enjoy an evening in Washington's Cultural Center. On the way in, Ms. Bondi was kind enough to hand me the phone. On the other line was the President of the United States, Donald Trump, who told me that his administration is going to do everything it can possibly do to fight and end anti-Semitism.